Okay, this is the determinant. Question 7. Determinant 2 by 2 is super easy. The only thing you should do is multiplication. Multiplication this and this using positive sign is 18. I multiply this and this using negative, extra negative. We have negative and another negative is positive. This is plus 4 equal 22. That's the answer. Okay, now number 9 is similar. Let's determine 2 by 2. Multiply this number and this number using positive. But it's negative 6. And multiply this and this using negative sign, extra negative, double negative is plus 4 is equal negative 2. Okay, now it's 3 by 3 determinant. This is a little bit more complicated. I want to copy again 2 times this determinant. Okay. This is only for the explanation. Not always necessary to copy. Okay. After, when you have practice, you don't need to do this. Okay. And to compute the determinant 3 by 3, you're using a cofactor formula. You can expand the determinant using any row or any column. I want to using row number 1, and there are no special reason why. So is you multiply the entry here is 3. Multiplication by determinant is a cofactor. Is obtained when you delete this row and this column. So it's time negative 1, 5, 2 and negative 2. Now we continue navigate for the first row. So now the next entry is 4. But wait, the signs are alternating. This is positive and this is negative, negative 4. Negative 4. And multiply by cofactor when you delete this row and this column. Because 1, 5, 1 and negative 2. And finally, the last element in the row 1 is plus 2. Multiply by determinant when you delete this row and this column is 1, negative 1, 1 and 2. Okay guys, let me summarize the problem of the sign gets confusing. Okay, for example, in this case, this element is element 1, 1 because it's row 1, column 1. When you adding 1 plus 1, the answer is 2, and 2 is even number. When it's even, it's positive. Even is positive. However, this guy is element 1, 2. Row 1, column 2. When you add it, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 is an odd number. And when it's odd, it's negative. This is a reason it's negative here. The last one is the element 1, 3. And 1 plus 3 is 4, because even is positive. Okay, clear? And the same rule for every entry. Suppose you select another row. Okay, let me finish the computation. The computation is 3 times parenthesis, and you multiply this times this plus, obviously is 2, and you multiply this and this and minus is minus 10, minus 4, multiplication this and this is using plus, but it's minus because it's negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2, and this and this minus is minus 5. Plus 2, open parenthesis, this is plus, and this is minus. So it's 2 plus 1, because it's negative 1, and negative 1 is positive 1. So now we have, this is 2 minus 10 is negative 8, times 3 is negative 24. This is negative 7, negative 12, negative 5, negative 7 times negative 4 is plus 28. And this is 3 times 2 is 6. And when you combine this is 28 minus 24 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10. And this is the answer for 11. Okay, now 13. 13 is similar. So now let me expand it using the row 1 again. This is 4 multiplied by something, multiplied by the determinant. When you delete this row and this column, okay, is negative 1, 0, minus 34. Minus, remember the idea for the signs. Okay, this is this, and you delete this and that. Is negative 1. Negative of the sign, the cofactor, and negative is plus. Plus 1, 6, 0, 1, 4. And finally this guy, and you delete this, and this is 2 plus 2. Determinant 6, negative 1, 1, negative 3. Okay, now 4. Now multiplication here is plus, is minus 4, and this is 0. It's negative, but it's 0. It's minus 4. Plus, this is multiplication, this is 24, and this is 0. And this is plus 2 times, this is negative 18, and this is negative here. It's double negative plus. It's plus 1. Okay, so far we have negative 16 here, plus 24, minus something. This is negative 17, plus times 2 is negative 34. Now when you combine, it's obvious that, well, 24 minus 34 is negative 10, and negative 10 and negative 16 is negative 26. That's the answer for this example. Okay, 15 is solving the system but using the idea for the Kramer rule. And the organization Kramer rule is you find the determinant of the system is only formed by the coefficient in the front the variable is 1, 1, 1, negative 1. Let's compute this determinant. The multiplication this and this, and the multiplication this and this. It's a negative 2, negative 1, and another negative 1. It's negative 2. Alright, now, determinant x. You replace the column of the x is this by the right hand side number A4, 1, negative 1. And again you compute the determinant. Determinant is multiplication this and this is negative 8, and multiplication this and this negative is negative 4, is negative 12. Okay, now likewise dy is replaced, but in this case the column of the y, like this column stays the same, 1, 1, and this is a and 4. And again compute the determinant 2 by 2 plus minus. This is 4 positive, minus a is negative 4. Okay, now when you have this, you compute directly the variable. The Kramer rule is x is equal dx over d. Dx is negative 12, d is negative 2, and the answer is 6. And y is equal dy divided by d. Dy is equal minus 4 divided by negative 2. The answer is 2, and the solution is the order pair 6, 2. Is the answer. Okay, again Kramer rule. Solve the system. The organization is the determinant of the system is 5, negative 1, 2, and 3. Here's the coefficients in from the variable. This 5, this is negative 1, 2, and 3. Let's compute that. Remember the multiplication, this and this plus, and this and this minus. This is 15, and double minus is plus 2. Is 17. Okay, to compute dx and dy, well, dx, you replace the right hand side, get 13 and 12 by the column of the x, and the other column stay the same. You multiply this and this plus, and this minus. So it is 13 times 3 is 39. 39, and this is negative double negative plus 12. The answer is 51. Good. Now dy is, you replace, okay, the first column stays the same, and the second no, is replaced by the right hand side number. Now let's do multiplication, plus and minus. 12 and 5, 60 positive, and this is minus 26. The answer is 34. Okay, let's go directly to the Kramer rule. Kramer rule is dx over d. Dx is 51 over 17, and the answer is 3. And y is dy over d. Dy is 34 divided by 17. The answer is 2. And the solution is the order pair 3, 2. Super easy.